What's up, and welcome back to another kind of funny screencast. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes, and I'm joined by the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Dead Reckoning.
It's so hard the first time. You had to do it again. I love us. I love us so much. Don't you, producer / seducer Nick Scarpino?
I do indeed. And what a great day to be alive. There's so many Tom Cruise movies coming out. I just can't even keep track of them. And that's a good thing.
That's kind of the best thing about all of this is that the only reason this trailer is coming out now is because Top Gun Maverick's coming out, and they're like, we got to get people hyped. We got this Tom Cruise guy, and he's going all out. So anytime he goes all out, if you like this, you might like that. So that's probably the most interesting thing about this trailer, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, is that since the pandemic has started and, the whole world changed and movies got delayed and all that shit, this is the furthest out trailer we've ever gotten. It's a full year plus out. So it's more familiar to the old days than the days we've gotten recently with trailers dropping 2 months before a movie comes out. But all the movies that we're talking about, all the trailers, this is where you're going to want to be. YouTube.com/kindafunny or roosterteeth.com. You can also get this on your favorite podcast service by searching for Kinda Funny Screencast. You can go to patreon.com/kindafunny to get the show ad free, just like our Patreon producers Anonymous, Molecule, and Fargo Brady have done. Today we are brought to you by MeUndies, and a little housekeeping for you that I keep saying in all these shows. This week is insane. Honestly, the next couple weeks are about to be insane on the entertainment front of Kinda Funny and the video game front. We have E3, Summer Game Fest, all that stuff going on the game side, so stay tuned for reactions to all the showcases over there. And then on this side, we just did a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers review. Today, we're doing this Mission Impossible trailer reaction. We got the Thor trailer reaction coming. We got Top Gun 1 and 2 in review coming. And then later at the end of the week, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 review coming on Screencast. So it's a very good time to be alive if you're a fan of big IP. Of course, I am. And I am a mega fan of Mission Impossible. Thanks to you boys. Y'all kind of got me to watch Mission Impossible 1 through 6 for an in-review series we did a couple years ago now. When did we do that? I don't even fucking know.
It was a while back. It's so funny too, because I think a lot of people, and especially if you're out there in your, I can't imagine there's a lot of people like this, but if your only real understanding of Mission Impossible is 1 and 2, please, for the love of God, watch just till 4 and you'll be hooked. I swear to God, by the time you get to Fallout, you'll be like, I can watch this series for the rest of my life. And I hope it goes that way. I hope we figure out a way to cryogenically freeze Tom Cruise like the Winter Soldier and thaw him out to make Mission Impossible movies for the rest of our existence.
I hope he reckons the dead. This is part 1, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. But Andy, what's your hype level going into this?
I mean, this was just such an out of left field kind of thing. Like, I saw on Twitter, obviously the trailer had leaked, and I opened up the Twitter thread. I was like, no, close this. And then I went back to go share it with a friend later, and then it had been taken down already. So like, I can't believe this is coming out already. I can't believe we're getting a trailer for this already, rather. This is something that has been, like, immediately I think back to when he had that leaked tape of him going off on people for not wearing their masks during COVID. Like, I don't know why my mind goes back to that moment, but yeah, I am full hype right now. I am just kind of looking at this IMDb cast list, and I just forgot what was going on in this world, so I'm very stoked.
Andy, but what would the bad guy from Ghost Protocol say about this?
Ethan Hunt. Come on, baby.
God bless all. Andy texted me this weekend. It was like, Tim, like, come on, dude. We got to do a rewatch of a couple of these movies leading into this. My bro, that shit's already scheduled, doggy dog. Like, hell yeah, man. Because I'm right there with you. I'm like, what are we about to get in? No more wasted time. Barrett, let's go.
Oh, that's so badass.
Oh my God.
Your days of fighting for the so-called greater good are over.
Kittredge!
This is our chance to control the truth, the concepts of right and wrong for everyone.
Oh my God, Haley Atwell, let's go.
You're fighting to save an ideal The dugout
Squad.
I
says,
just like the whole squad's back.
Bring them all
"You're
back.
dead. You
Yes.
need to pick a side."
That's a Kirby.
Yo.
This is gonna be epic.
Dude, this is so different than I expected. I fucking love it. I fucking love that guy. Shane Wingham.
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire. Whoa.
What the fuck? Yo, I love that they're just letting the score be like, we don't need anything else.
Incredible. It's probably not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah, run, Tommy, run.
Yes.
Oh, is that Mantis?
Is that Paul Bettany?
What the
Yo,
fuck?
dude. We got like the trains from part 1. We got the motorcycle from part 2. Oh my god.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
That's incredible.
And you know that's all real.
All Tom Cruise.
Oh. Oh my god.
You have to imagine that I mean, first off, this is incredible, and we're gonna go back to it, but you have to imagine they just were like, get this ahead of Maverick. Get this playing on Maverick immediately before that movie comes out. Because Tom Cruise is about to own the next year and a half of our lives.
If
They
not
just-
more. Because this is part 1.
Yeah.
Part 2's coming the
Coming
year after.
The year after, yeah. This is cool.
We haven't even
And-
gotten a glimpse of the outer space stuff that they've been talking about. Like,
Oh, right. I
like,
forgot, right?
the
Yeah,
hints of outer space stuff will happen likely in part 2, but like just already they're showing this is kind of just like a mixtape. Let's just
Mhm.
show you like the best of the best of what's happening. This is the best action movie franchise of all time. And we're just gonna give you a little tease and little hints that here and there. I don't understand what's happening character wise. Like there's so many different left turns that I just wasn't expecting to see characters to be. Like I wasn't expecting Tom Cruise to be in the middle of a desert on a
No,
horse.
I was.
Not at
Like,
all.
I kind of was.
This
I kind of was.
is awesome. This is so awesome.
The only shot that pops out in this,
Oh,
are we going frame by frame yet or no?
Yeah, no, not yet. But we will.
Okay.
But what are your thoughts on this overall?
I mean, I think it's great, right? I think it's like a half a trailer at best, but I don't care because I don't know who's gonna be double crossing whom. And honestly, this is enough. I could just go into this like that shot's incredible.
Yeah.
But I could just go to this thinking like, who's the I don't know. Is Kittredge the bad guy? Who's the main bad guy? It doesn't matter. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, I'm
Does
right
she have
there
a
with
sword?
you. Yeah, dude, she fucking does.
Does Rebecca
This just looks so
Ferguson have a
sick because it looks like they're just like, let's just up the ante for everything, dial it up to 11. But like they've been doing this gradual rise where like this is all earned. Like we keep saying it. I think that this does have the chance of being the undisputed best action series of all time. And if they just stick the landing, that's all they got to do. And it sounds like they have a
going
plan.
to.
They're trying to do it with this part 1, part 2. Every shot in this looks like exactly what it needs to be. The amount of characters is dizzying, I will say. Like I think that one of the bigger problems of the Mission Impossible franchise is it can get a little bit like you don't remember what happened in the last movies. Like I feel like we wouldn't even be able to. I don't think all of us, if we had to write down the order of the names of the subtitles, I don't think we'd all get it right. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a lot of similarities between them, but like I think that they're trying to get it all together in this one. And it's funny, like this is such a unique trailer where I have never seen something like it, where this is a modern badass, like show all the money shots in the trailer, but just having the score play, like not having much narration or much sound effects or anything. Like I kind of dig the choice. Like part of me feels like it's because the VFX and everything aren't done yet, but
for sure.
But I mean, this movie's been kind of in the can in a sense for a while because it was supposed to come out like years ago. And I think that now they're just trying to. Tom Cruise is like, these are theater movies, baby. And leading off with Top Gun Maverick, I think we're in for a very good era of Tom Cruise just doing what he does, which is run fast and I guess go ride horses in the desert. But like, that's awesome, man. Like, there's such a Metal Gear vibe to this franchise. There always has been. And like, we're getting MGS5, baby. And that's fucking very damn cool to say.
Well, not only that, but we're getting the greatest hits in this, right? I mean, we're going to go frame by frame in this in a second, but already there's like 4 or 5 shots in the trailer that are definitely just fun homages and references to other Mission Impossible movies, right? Them fighting on the train and doing all that stuff as Mission Impossible 1. Him doing the quick sleight of hand thing with the key instead of with the knock list is Mission Impossible 1. And so you have
we also see Limp Bizkit, Mission Impossible 2. Like Limp Bizkit pops up.
I mean, we're seeing no joke, we're seeing all the motorcycle stuff from Mission Impossible 2, which is great there. And these are all things that he's done kind of before, but repackaged in this part 1 and part 2 could just be just a nice little victory lap for Tom Cruise and the crew.
That's a really good way to look at it too, because like Christopher McQuarrie, the GOAT so far, where he's done Rogue Nation and Fallout, and now he's doing these two. I love the idea that this is kind of making up for the 2 bad movies, or the 2 whatever movies of 1 and 2. Movies. 2 being bad, one being bad, one being old school, whatever, classic for sure. But I like that they're like, none of we're gonna do all that stuff, but like how it should have been done, you know?
Which is incredible.
So we'll do a frame by frame in just a second, but before we do that, let me tell you about our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by MeUndies. I love MeUndies from head to toe, all over my body. If you don't believe me, of course, right now, I'm wearing the MeUndies shirt. You can tell by the little tag going on right there, right? Got the MeUndies lounge shorts going on. Of course, I got the undies, and then boom, MeUndies socks, baby. That's how we do out here at Kinda Funny. I love being soft head to toe in the micro-modal fabric. You already know all about that, but if you don't, let's face it, summer's sweaty, but your butt doesn't have to be. With MeUndies light and breathable micro-modal fabric, you can stay comfy and cool all summer long. They have super fun seasonal prints and tons of styles to choose from, but if you just like classic black, that's totally cool too. They got a bunch of just bold colors for you to go for. They have super fun seasonal prints, tons of styles, and sizes extra small to 4XL, so you can bring the beach to your butt without ever leaving your living room. MeUndies has a great offer for all of you first-time purchasers. You can get 15% off. If you sign up for their free-to-join membership, you can apply that 15% off to their already discounted membership prices. To get 15% off your first order and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/kindafunny. That's MeUndies.com/kindafunny. Tell them Tim Getty sent you. I'm just really hyped, you guys. Like, I'm like kind of shaking from how excited this trailer
I need to just explain something to you. I saw an English actor in this with blonde hair, and I immediately, of course, thought it was the Betts, right? I thought it was Paul Bettany, and I think I'm wrong. I think it's Carrie Elwes, and that's incredible.
No way, really?
Yeah, that's what it says in the IMDb.
He's on the IMDb page, and the fact that they got the fucking Princess Bride in this just makes me so happy.
Was he in one of the old ones?
No, I don't believe so.
No, I don't remember.
Great. That is fantastic. All right, let's start this off. Let's go frame by frame from the beginning.
So
immediately,
they must be chasing him, right? There's got to be like a mercenary squad. That's got to be Ethan Hunt right there, and at the top, or it's his team chasing someone.
He's always being disavowed, Nick, in one way or another.
Has he ever even been avowed? You know?
That's a good question.
I never even knew. But I love this. I mean, obviously, we've seen the desert in Dubai. We've seen that in Rogue Nation. And so to see him back here, but I mean, the costume design, even going into Rebecca Ferguson's the silencer on her scoped rifle, all of this just looks so cool.
With the eye patch too.
Yes.
Later on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's the scope, right? You know,
which one was the sandstorm in?
That was Rogue Nation, where he has to climb the building in Dubai.
That was Ghost Protocol.
Oh, Ghost Protocol. Okay, so then Ghost Protocol is what we're thinking.
Yeah, Ghost Protocol has the sandstorm. Yeah.
So sick.
See, those are the two I get confused. Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation are the ones that I always confuse. I conflate the two together. I love that they're just
this is classic.
A little Fiat or a little Mini, whatever that is.
That's me in Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
John Wick vibes going on.
Yeah.
Kind of funny vibes right there.
Yeah, totally.
Somebody's gonna be like getting killed here. Also, is there just like straight up nudity?
I kind of saw a boob there.
Yeah, that's interesting. Tom Cruise is like, fuck it. I just love Tom Cruise running, and I love Tom Cruise on a motorcycle, man. And we're going to talk about that later today on In Review.
Of course.
I mean, I know it's the easiest comparison to make because we make it a lot, but as I think Tim makes it a lot as well. Like this is just so uncharted as well in terms of like there's the level when you're in the forest with the train on the motorcycle, and there's the club level, and there's the desert level. Like there's so many different biomes, for lack of a better word, that they love bringing into their movies to kind of like, how are we going to play with this set piece? This is our playground right here. What are we going to do with it? And it's just so creative and it's so cool.
Can you go back just a couple frames here, Barrett? Because like it's not, but there was a second that I thought that they were in like a giant fish tank, and I was like, "That is the coolest thing ever," as a throwback to the first. But it's not.
That's cool. It's all projection. But this is like that cathedral. It's probably the inside of that cathedral we saw, or whatever that venue was. It's so cool. Look at how badass that is with a lot of projection.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a lot, and people have, this is sort of my default answer for all this, but I love this series because I feel like this is what the James Bond series should have turned into. I feel like Ethan Hunt is a modern day James Bond, and the team around him and all of these, like the fact that they've kept all these characters going is it strengthens the series so much. I love seeing Kittredge back. Kittredge came back in Fallout, right?
No.
Is this the first time we've seen him back since number one?
So this is the problem
of us
not having. No, I don't think so. I think the last time we saw him was in one, and if I remember correctly, and I could be totally wrong about this because it sounds too good to be true. Last time we saw him, he was with Max.
Yeah, he was arresting Max.
Turned out to be the mom of Vanessa Kirby.
Right. Yes.
So I'm liking the vibes there because there's something going on with Kittredge. Is he still upset about this? I don't know.
And Kittredge is slated for part 1 and 2. The actor Henry Czerny.
Love that.
Yeah, I forget Vanessa Kirby's character, but she's Max's daughter.
Love it. She plays the White Widow in this.
And in that moment, with him with the doors off of the car, no reason to have the doors off. He wanted.
I love that.
He's like, if I can't fall out and have like a. We gotta make this dangerous somehow.
Tom, if we keep the doors on, we can get insurance for this movie. And he's like, take the fucking doors off. Okay.
He's undercover here. Like, of course. We're not supposed to know this is him. And then everybody's like, it's fucking Tom Cruise, the cruise missile.
The cruise missile. That's badass. Cruise control. Love this. So here's this key that we've seen a couple times now. This looks like the secret key, the MacGuffin to whatever else they're going into. Doesn't look like Ilsa is having a good day here. And I'm hoping that we've got a lot of other leads here, but I'm hoping that she's still like the lead because I think she was really, really strong as a character, and I love her as an actor.
I mean, dude, her entrance,
the space shuttle.
Yeah, exactly. Her intro in Rogue Nation in the opera or whatever that was, like the stage performance. That is one of my favorite like movie action scenes of all time.
Tim, are we gonna have to put Mission Impossible 1 on the rewatch as well? Because
dude, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm being real right now. Like, I'm just saying, I have all of this year and next year scheduled out for a review for what the schedule is currently. And there's gonna be a lot of weeks that if we did all that, we're gonna be watching multiple movies a week. But I'm just telling you, boys, I'm down if y'all are down.
It's fine by me.
I love that fucking Rob Delaney's in this. Rob Delaney is in everything. I don't know why. He just keeps popping up at everything I've been watching lately. This guy has been in a ton of stuff.
Isaí Morales. He plays a bad guy in. Hold on, I gotta scroll down his thing because it's something I've watched fairly recently. Ozark. He plays the bad guy in Ozark. Yeah.
Thank you. He's like, he's one of the bad guys that's like hunting him down, right? Or is like in the Ozark with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were just watching this trailer, I marked out for a second because I thought it was George Clooney.
No, that would be incredible.
Good for this guy.
And also, let's update his IMDb picture. He's got a picture from like 30 years ago. Still handsome as all hell.
Solid head of hair in that one, though.
Yeah, still handsome as all hell.
That is a 25-year-old Issa.
Haley Atwell is somebody I did not know was in this movie. I don't know if it's something that had been rumored before. Maybe it's, again, maybe these things leaked 3, 4, 5 years ago, and it's just stuff that we kind of just don't remember anymore.
There was a moment in time when they were like first hyping up this movie where, because I follow the director on Twitter, he was just releasing like images of the actors and with like hashtag MI7 or whatever. And she was one of those, but I totally forgot.
There's a lot of actors in this that I just would not have pegged for this. Like just going from
Simon
the top
Pegg.
list. Well, Pegg is in it, obviously. Ving Rhames is in it. It's always one of those things where you're like, I don't like when I see Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg in it because they play the same character. They're both the tech guy. And I'm like, I like them both so much. I don't want them to have to share the screen time, but I also don't want either of them to not be in the movie.
Yeah, of course.
Does that make sense? So I love that they have that back and forth. But also Palm Clementif is in this. That's crazy. Vanessa Kirby, Carrie Elways, Indira Varma, who I love. She was in a great series that was very short-lived called The Human Target, and she's been in a bunch of other stuff.
She was in. I think she was in the Amazon TV show about space.
Expanse.
The Expanse. Yeah, I think she was in The Expanse.
Also, Henry Cerny, who plays Kittredge. I did not realize that Kittredge's first name was Eugene. That softens that character a little bit for me, makes him a little more human.
Oh, she was not in The Expanse. I'm sorry. She was in Game of Thrones, where she played Sand.
Yeah, she played this. Yeah, the
Ilaria Sand.
Yeah, she was. The Viper's significant other, right? And then the mother of the other ones. Yeah.
Oh, seeing our boys, man.
It's just great that like seeing the crew back together. You always hope that the last, like, I don't know if you all feel this way. You always hope that the last moment you see them in the most recent Mission Impossible movie isn't the last time you're going to see them together.
Yeah, of course. Because at any moment,
at any moment you could just have like people of the crew not decide, hey, in this one I'm sitting this one out or whatever. It's just great to see them all back. And of course we get the incredible eye patch right here, which is maybe that's the Metal Gear vibes that we're all thinking.
That's funny. I wasn't saying it because of this. I didn't even notice this the first time, but yeah, they're doing it.
I was gonna say, right, because obviously maybe it's sandy in the desert and the eye patch is just to kind of keep sand out of the eye. But looking at all of this, they have to know, right? It's like the scene from the other guys where Michael Keaton keeps doing the lyrics from TLC. You have to know what you're doing, right? They looked at this and someone was like, let's just make this so fucking Metal Gear that people just, we'll never say it, but we're just flexing right now.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
That's so badass.
Oh, these shots are just sick.
He shot that dude in the middle. Maybe. That dude in the middle fell down off the horse.
I know Tom Cruise's eyes. Also, you got to know Tom Cruise has a specific look when his hands are handcuffed. He just emotes coolness. This is the Hunt for October shot.
It's the Cruise.
Yo, this shit's sick though. Like, look at just like it looks like clouds above them, but it's just the top of the water.
Yeah, it's the top of the water. It's cool.
You know how, like, I wonder if they were going for records as far as what's going to be shot practically.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of this looks like it was, which is great. My big question is, what's the MacGuffin this time? Because wasn't it last time it was a nuke? Wasn't one time it was like, oh no, I was thinking James Bond. James Bond had we were going to put the thing in you that if we hit a button, you die or whatever. I'm curious to see what the world-ending thing is in Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2 is on this one. But look at Vanessa Kirby here. She looks great.
Vanessa Kirby's perfect.
Just perfect.
Put her in everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched The Crown, she's fucking great in that. Kittredge, fantastic. The only shot that's weird in this is when they pop up like Jack in the Box. It's too fast. I feel like they sped it up, and for the trailer, it looks really, really weird. Tom Cruise killing it here. I don't understand why it's so smoky in this area, but that's gorgeous. Look at that shot.
This sequence, like, it's just, I don't know why he's in the middle of a desert on a horse, Nick.
Andy, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I guarantee it'll be motivated and simultaneously completely ridiculous.
God, I never want this series to end, man, and I know it will one day. But it's like,
but it doesn't have to.
Because here's the thing, like, I think it does. I think it will end only with Tom Cruise saying they won't let me do the stunts anymore. And that kind of bums me out because we've been getting Liam Neeson taken movies at the age of 89. Like,
yeah, but
we could do this.
Didn't he just make one about where he was like a badass trucker, and you're like, all right, Liam, it's time to stop.
It's always taken with a different name. Yeah.
What I'm telling you right now,
I'm gonna be real, man. Go for it.
I was gonna say though, is like, don't forget how this whole thing started with John Voight being the leader of the team, and then him having to go, and Tom Cruise taking it over. So they're gonna pass this torch to someone, and they're gonna do it great. But hopefully that's 20 or 30 years from now.
Yeah.
I hope that this ends. I hope that Dead Reckoning Part 2 is not called that. No. I hope it gets a new fun subtitle, and I hope that it ends because I want them to land this as the greatest action franchise of all time. Otherwise, they're gonna Fast and Furious it. And like I'm saying that as me, guys. So you know how much that hurts my heart.
I'm telling you right now, I read the financials. I think Paramount was like 9th out of 10 studios every year. They need this franchise badly. They're gonna cram this into the ground, unfortunately. But as long as Tom Cruise and McQuarrie are at the helm of it, I think they'll do a good job with it. And honestly, I think there's a way to keep this going forever. You just gotta stay creative with it and keep introducing new fun characters. That part right there, that scene just looks so weird. Go back, look at how fast they pop up. It looks like they sped it up like 10%. Isn't that weird? I would have taken that out of the trailer, but whatever.
Who is that?
I
chick?
love-
Is that
Oh,
Palm?
Andy,
Is
we
that
get the
Palm?
origin story of the Doors.
That looks like Vanessa Kirby, or
That's Palm.
that might be Palm. Is that
Looks like
Palm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's the origin story of the doors
Ooh,
getting
with
knocked off.
knives. Also, I love that's got to be an M5. For any card nuts out there, let me know if I'm wrong, but it's
They,
got to be right.
they always have to be in a different country.
With a
like,
badass sleeper.
It
Wait,
just
pause.
wouldn't be the same if they are
Mhm.
driving down.
Oh no, it's a 5
On the right side of the street, Andy, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Some street in fucking Nebraska.
I just
Yeah, I
love
know,
the amount of times Mission Impossible has given us this shot
Yeah.
of just them on a boat, one of them steering a boat.
But it's not like a speedboat you'd see in like Havasu. It's like a decorative leather bound cool boat they only have in like the south of France.
Oh, Jesus.
Or France, as they say.
Yeah, that's like seriously the boat at the end of Fallout, like when they're
Yeah.
kind of just getting away, and remember when oh my god, that sequence where they just kind of like get Ethan out of that pickle when he's in that pickle, and all the motorcycles are coming after him. He's in that pickle. It's such a god. This movie is so good, dude.
I know. I just want to be on the crew just to go to the locations they shoot. Look at these. That's awesome. What are those called? Not ocelots. Not Chinooks.
The
Dang it.
fact that you know any of them,
No, there's a name for these. These are. If Kevin were here, he'd know exactly what these are. Because they take off like that, and they go straight, and they go up, and they go forward.
I just fucking love this guy, Shea Wiggum. I feel like he just makes projects better. Like he's just a bad guy. Like there's nothing really that special about him.
You
But
just
I
like him because he's
it,
from
dude.
Too Fast, Too Furious, or if he's from the Fast and Furious movies.
I mean, that's not even why I like him. Like he's someone that I would forget is in those movies. There's something about this dude that
He's got a
he
fun
belongs
vibe.
here,
Whatever role
man.
he has, he always brings a fun vibe to it for sure.
Ospreys, I think. What are they called? Damn it! What are
Oh,
those?
Ospreys.
Ospreys. Thank you.
Oh, look at her little outfit, dude. She's looking sick as hell.
She's looking
Like a
like
beetle.
a rejected member of like the My Chemical Romance Black Parade right there.
Yeah. Is she like?
Thought she
Oh,
was-
I thought she was trying to bite him right there. I was like, is she like infected or something?
Yo, this is fucking awesome.
I just love it. First of all, I mean, I like that they're bringing back
This
more
looks so
shade.
cool.
Who is that?
I don't know,
Oh, it's
but
that
it
guy.
looks
It's that guy right there. It's the same
Yeah,
guy
it's
over
that
his shoulder.
guy. But it just
Pete
I don't know
Hines.
what character he is, what he's playing, but it looks like he's giving Kittredge a little item to like, hey, put this mask on as well.
Right.
Or
'cause
something
these
like that,
little-
but-
these little grenades are about to. Oh, he's going to throw the grenades right here. So there's 3 in his hand, and these must be the ones that come off of the Joker right there, right?
It's just the coolest little
This
look, you see Kittredge putting on the mouthpiece right there.
Right.
But that piece of tech looks so Metal Gear to me. Like
Mhm. I mean, dude, Psycho Mantis, right?
yeah.
But look at how violent the reaction here is in this. There's a third one that's going to pop off, and it hits like, just hits that dude right in the face. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I
So is
don't
this
know
going to be
what's
the best
happening.
movie ever made?
Probably. I imagine so. Also, I want to point out, just can you scroll back to the credits real quick, or the title? I just said next year. This is just such Mission Impossible right there, where it's just sparks and particle effects flying
Yeah.
through the air all the time. It never.
But it
stops.
looks good. Like,
Of course it
how the
does.
fuck
They
does
use the best
this
After Effects plugin for this?
straight up though? Like, it's funny that this is probably the most well-worn territory when it comes to trailer title like font treatments, but like they just own it so hard. It's great.
Yeah, it's them. Is this car driving itself? This little Fiat? Because it just pulled out of the spot by itself, right? There's no one in
Oh
it.
wow, what the
shit,
fuck?
Yeah.
I'm guessing Simon Pegg's probably
I
driving it
love it.
remotely.
Or
That's awesome.
he's got his a phone in his hands. I wonder
Oh,
if
maybe
it's-
he's driving. Yeah, maybe
yeah.
he's piloting it. That's cool. Or just remote controlling it.
They are going to be just sort of like maneuvering through the tightest of traffic, and you know that he wanted to film all of this practically.
Yeah, he did. He was like, please drop a V12 into this Fiat so I can rip it around the streets of Prague. Good to see Haley Atwell back and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does she taking out
Yo,
a
she
sword from
fucking
a
has a
cane?
long ass, like leather fucking badass jacket and a sword.
Highlander,
It's like a-
Highlander.
Oh my god! Out of it, but it's not a sword; it's a cane sword. Do you see it's coming out of that little like sheath thing, and it looks like
Yeah.
you walk with it? Becca Ferguson's a badass. Love this.
Oh my god.
And I
And this
respect
is-
that he
I think
walked up with
Venice?
just a knife. Like
Yeah.
she's got
Yeah.
that big sword, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll take you off with
That's
the knife."
confidence right there. That's
It's like
real
Ocelot
confidence.
with his little revolver.
Love that.
Yeah.
Great
Run, boy.
sequence here.
And just
just
like
running.
these like late night sequences here and him in the fog, like really harken
one.
back to like the first one.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
this
sequence
is
that just
sick.
keeps going in the first one. You're like, what is
Yeah.
happening? I can't tell
I
what's
know, like
happening.
I know I was like part of the vote on Mission Impossible, but for some reason thinking back, that's the only sequence I can really remember.
It's very long, and Emilio Estevez gets done dirty, man. They just stab him in the face.
Right.
And you're like, that was Emilio Estevez. You just killed off.
Look at him run. No one runs like him.
I want to run like him. Andy, let's
know.
practice.
It's fucking beautiful,
so
man.
much ferocity in it, yeah. Ah, he's doing the magic stuff again, just like in
It's
part
so
one.
Look at this
Good.
look on Haley Atwell's face. She's like this, you fucking dork. She's like, you're such a dork doing your magic.
Oh, I'm just.
I mean,
so
it's crazy, and it's crazy to say, right? But obviously, like, I think the movie would be good regardless. But Tom Cruise doing a lot of these practical stunts is just so, and the fact that you know that he's doing them is so fun. It just gives it that added depth. Here's Palm right here kicking ass.
You know, here's the thing, y'all. We're watching this, and
That's
every
the best
damn
right
shot,
there.
we're just getting more and more excited about how sick it is and how perfect it is and all this stuff. There is one thing, and only one thing at this point missing, and that is Tom Cruise and Keanu fucking Reeves together doing some shit.
I
Can
mean,
you
that'd
imagine
be
if they
incredible.
teamed up and did something?
I mean, yes, I can't imagine that. It's been the source of a lot of my fanfic for a very long time. Look at this. Even this whatever the scuba diving outfit is cool. It looks like a radioactive scuba outfit.
Oh, that's
Carrie
Carrie
Elways.
Elways.
See, I thought that was Paul Bettany, but that's Carrie Elways right there. Look at that.
Oh,
Looking
He
good.
was good.
Good job, Carrie.
Yeah.
Of course, Carrie Elways, you'll all know from his multiple appearances on Psych.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Saw
Of
1.
course.
And Saw 7 spoilers.
Oh shit! Fuck, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Still got that knife.
That knife.
Oh
is
yeah,
good.
dude, they're fighting over the knife. This is so tight.
Oh, there's him slipping off the edge again. He always slips off the edge.
He's always slipping off that edge.
Saving Rebecca Ferguson. The train going off the tracks is incredible. So obviously a missile or something hit this, or maybe it's just maybe it just collapsed. Looking good in that blue suit, man.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise just looks good in the suits.
He prefers to be doing all these stunts in the
He's
suit.
running. Like he has so far to run in this shot.
Do you think the director's like, Tom, you only have to run about 20 feet and we'll just cut? And he's
No.
like, I'm running the whole length of this thing right now.
He was like, "Give me the runway from Fast 6. I'm running it."
The 800-mile runway.
And we get the
this
Hawk
looks.
scene.
This
there.
reminds me of that
not
dope
Hawk.
scene in the latest James Bond.
Oh, where
right.
he rode the motorcycle up the bridge or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was, like jacked up on it. That was cool. This, I have a feeling, is going to hit a little harder, though, when he goes off and skydives.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, what
And
a
we
waste
know
of
this is
a dirt
practical.
bike. It has
How
to,
many
right?
motorcycles
shot
were
this, yeah.
hurt in the making of this film?
I
Because we
mean,
know that when he filmed the orbital drop, the when he did that long skydiving sequence,
yeah, the high altitude low.
he did that like 50 times a day or something like that, like something
So cool.
ridiculous, in order to like just practice and get the best shots possible. But he was doing that nonstop. And how many, again, you know, he wanted to practice this a lot. How many motorcycles fell off a cliff in this sequence?
I mean, I 30 at least, right? And those are not
They had to
expensive
CG
bikes.
all the other bikes out of this shot right here. 'cause they're all
Yeah,
just hanging out.
all on
They'll just
fire down below.
smash on the bottom. It's actually funny.
Yeah, that's
There
the
it
only
is.
not practical thing in the whole shot is all the motorcycles taken out.
A lot of eye imagery in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just noticed
Yeah.
that, right? You've got all the little strands of like neurons firing, and I'm curious. I mean, obviously that's gonna be thematically relevant to whatever the MacGuffin is. So we'll see.
It looks like a great rune in Elden Ring. Barrett
I wouldn't know.
will
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Worth like 50,000 runes. A lot of runes.
Oof, a lot of rune.
Anyway, man, I can't wait. God damn.
Yeah,
This looks
yeah,
great.
man. I just love it. I love how ridiculous the name is. I love that they're pretending to go with part 1 for now. That's just so rad.
Badass.
He jumped out of the plane over 100 times. I had to verify.
Good for him.
Incredible.
That is over double what you said, and what you said was ridiculous.
Yeah. That's so much jet fuel.
That's like literally. Think about that. Like how many times that if you did that per day, it would just be so many times to jump. You have to like land and immediately just get into a plane again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, here you have it, everyone. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. That's our thoughts. What are yours? Let us know in the comments below. I am just going to add Jackie Chan to the movie that I want to see.
Oh.
Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, Jackie Chan. Can you imagine? You know what I'm talking about?
I can.
We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff like I was saying. So stay tuned to youtube.com/kindafunny for all of your movie, TV, and trailer desires and needs. Until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.